Hey, this is Scott, the Record Selector, back with another video update. Additions to the record collection over the last week and a half, a couple of weeks maybe. I'm not sure the last time I did this, but I think it's been a couple of weeks. And I've got a pretty good stack of records here. These are mostly keepers. Some of these are going to go into this shop, Herman's Attic Antique Mall in Herman, Missouri. I've got a lot more records. I always get a ton of records every week to put in there, but save some of the choicer ones to show to you people out there. So first up is a little 45 that I got, a little 7-inch. There's only 2 songs on this one, but it's Neal Casal. Anyone familiar with Americana or just good rock and roll over the last 15-20 years so might be familiar with Neal Casal, a guitar player for Chris Robinson Brotherhood. I think he played guitar for Ryan Adams, and he was a pretty well accomplished solo artist. Had a jazz fusion type thing, Circles in the Sun, Circles Around the Sun, I believe is the name of the band. I have one of their albums. Neal Casal, just a fantastic guitar player, all around great guy, and I feel kind of an affinity for this guy because we share a birthday, November 2nd, 1968. So I was on the way to the airport to fly down to Florida early morning, and I heard a Circles Around or Circles in the Sun song played on KDHX, and it was a fantastic, just a good kind of a psychedelic instrumental jam. But who is this? DJ said Neal Casal, so I looked him up, and unfortunately I had heard that he had committed suicide not long after that. I believe in August of 2019, Neal Casal passed away. So they're re-releasing some of his stuff. They put a nice tribute album out recently that I would like to get, and so this is just a good 2 songs. Nice kind of Americana, easy slow jam, good stuff. It's in the mix at therecordselector.com, and I'll put some on the show eventually. Then I got Shaggy Otis. Here comes Shaggy Otis. This is looks like it's a European copy. Got this off of Discogs, and I'll give a shout out to the seller. Who sold me this thing? Abe Wyatt on Discogs, and I think he must be with Two Dog Records. Don't know where these guys are out of, but you might look them up. If you do any dealings with them on Discogs, you'll be treated well. This is just fantastic on the original orange label, 1970. I think Shaggy Otis would have been all of about 17 when he recorded this one. Some good blues, R&B type rock and roll. And then I got Lucifers Friend. Found this at a local antique mall. Been wanting this one for a long time. Good German hard rock, kind of prog you might call it. It's not in the best condition, but it was $10, and so Lucifer's Friend for $10 is a pretty good deal. Trying to get the image up into the camera. I'm not too good at this whole thing yet. So anyway, it's kind of a dream sequence I'm giving you with Lucifer's Friend. Good hard rock. From about 1970 on that one, I would guess. Then I got Dead Coast, Shambolic. Dead Coast out of UK. I think they're London based, and it is good psychedelic surf psych kind of trippy jazz, and this one is on super cool colored vinyl. Picked this up at an antique mall, same one that I found Lucifer's Friend at, and cannot divulge my secret. Then I got Mind Garage. Saw this cover, the name Mind Garage, relatively cheap. Look at these freaks on back. you know, I gotta buy this one because I'm into this kind of trippy shit. So these guys were actually mine garage. They were, man, somewhere. Let me see. I got the Discogs page. Morgantown, West Virginia. Yeah, turning out some heavy acid rock. And these guys were actually a Christian rock band. Kind of hard to believe. I don't see anything on this. Oh, looks like there's a seam split too. Whoops. I found that out. I can fix that. Not a problem. But yeah, nothing on here would give them away as a Christian rock band. So, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I get kind of, it's kind of like Slayer gets old when it's all about one thing, you know. It's a little rather obsessive. But anyway, this is good heavy psych. Then I got Black Pearl. Kind of looks the same. I believe these all came from the same vendor at this one antique mall. Very good prices. And this is some more early 70s hard rock. I would put this one probably, I think this came out in 1969, Black Pearl. And we'll be throwing some of that up there on the Record Selector real soon. And then I got also same vendor, same antique mall, the new Colony 6 Revelations. This is kind of bubblegum, early 70s, as you can tell, late 60s, early 70s by the getup, and it's good pop rock. I really like it a lot, and I like their outfits too. I mean, check that out. I mean, these guys are definitely the whole ensemble. Look at this jacket here. That's all Carnaby Streets, and this guy over here is kind of Detroit rock and roll. And then you got the Byrds influence there with the Easy Rider jacket, and look at the sideburns on dude here. All these guys, they look like they sound, and that's not a bad thing. Then I picked up, this is a good one. I like Atomic Rooster. Some good freak out 70s prog hard rock, Atomic Rooster. It's as good as it looks. And another band that definitely looks the part, all 1972 rock band. This band was formed out of the keyboard player and one other musician in the band came from Arthur Brown via Crazy World of Arthur Brown. I think the keyboard player in this band, founding member of this band, was actually the primary songwriter for Arthur. I think he wrote Fire, as a matter of fact. Check the liner notes, make sure I'm right about that. But anyway, this one will sound good on the show and in the mix. I think that's about it for the heavy psych prog stuff. But Catholic Girls, had to pick this one up. Same vendor, same mall, super cheap. I've had this one before. It's okay, not great. Think it's kind of new wave meets rock and roll, kind of. It's got that early 80s sound, kind of a Nick Lowe vibe with girls. Not as good as Nick Lowe. Hard to be as good as Nick Lowe. But I love the cover. How can you not? And they're funny. It's okay. Not bad. Good to have. Then, speaking of girl bands that just kick all kinds of ass, Leather Angel. We Came to Kill. This is a good one. Actually, I already have this one. So this one will be going... No, I'm keeping this one because I had one before and I sold it. I sold it in the shop. So this one's a keeper. This one's staying home with me. Leather Angel, LA hard rock, early 1980s. Rumor has it that Nikki Sixx actually designed this little logo for them, and they do. You can tell they look like they want to be the all-female Motley Crue, and they sound like the all-female Motley Crue, and it's not bad. It's not great, but it's also the fact that it's not great makes it awesome. These girls are trying real hard, and they do a really good job. And it sounds, again, another album that sounds exactly the way it looks. If you buy records just based on the cover because you think it looks good, it might be good, this is one that it'll pay off. Then I got another Neil Young record, Whoopsie Daisy. Kind of looks like the cover. Neil looks a little like he's had a hard night out here. Not sure what's going on here with this. But American Stars and Bars. This one is a fantastic country rock Neil Young record. It's got Like a Hurricane on it. It's got, it's just fantastic. Star of Bethlehem. So, I believe I have I don't have this Neil Young record. I've got all these songs on all the good stuff on compilations and live records. Like a Hurricane, really, it's a concert staple for Neil Young, but glad to have this one in the collection. I'm going to record that, get it uploaded soon. Then I got Dump Truck. These guys are from Boston, I believe. Anyway, mid 80s, good 80s alternative. Trying to think who they sound like, but maybe like the Replacements or something. It's good. We'll put that up. It's kind of indie before there was indie. This is what they sound like. They, if they came out in 2009 or 10, you wouldn't really know the difference. They would sound like any band that came out in any pop punk kind of indie rock band. Probably they might have this in their collection. Anyway, and then I got Bon Jovi with a hype sticker. Whoop. Original Bon Jovi with some nice shrink on there. This one will be up for sale at the mall, and I will put a side of this one up in rotation on the Record Selector tonight. Why not? Then I got some killer Ingva with a nice hype sticker. Rock's most brilliant new guitarist, Ingva Malmsteen, Rising Force. And oh man, just look at that. Playing the guitar behind the head. Blazing on the fretboard, this guy. So good, I kind of felt like it was fake at times. But, I don't know. It's Ingva. I mean, Uber Shredder. So, this one's in near mint, right? So that's going to be a nice one to add to the collection at the shop down at Herman's Attic Antique Mall. Then I got, that's my text messages. Then I got a fake introducing the Beatles. About as fake as they get, but also about as great as a fake gets. I mean, clearly fake with the brown edge. And there's whole websites dedicated to the fakery of this record. It is probably the most faked Beatles record. But I think they would sell this at one-off dollar stores back in the 60s. They were running these off. Who knows where they were pressing them, but kind of a bootleg. And so this would be like the third one I found that's actually sealed. So I will sell it as such, and they actually bring kind of fun money for what it is. Sell it as a fake, and every Beatles collector has to have a good fake in their collection. So if you want a good fake Beatles, here you go. More Beatles. I got a really cool one. This is a numbered white album, right? Numbered. And it's not in great shape at all. Seam splits, which I will fix. I use acid-free bookbinder's tape. And so you use acid-free bookbinder's tape on this seam splits, and it'll fix them. The tape won't yellow, and it works exactly like you want it. Sometimes you won't even know that the seams have been split. Use 1/4 inch, boom, and it'll go right over there. Looks super fresh, like there was no problem. And then also on the white record part here, just use a magic eraser on there, moisten it, and it'll get all this ring wear out of there. So make a white, light colored record look brand new. But this one, I love it because it's got this awesome sticker. Normally you hate it when somebody puts something like this on a record, but I think this one is super cool. Okay, people. All right. Anyway, Go to Hell Big Red. Don't know what that means, but it belonged to Haskell. He made sure everybody knew it, wrote his name on there twice. Could be Eddie, I'm not sure. Eddie Haskell grew up, went to college, dropped acid, smoked pot, and got into the Beatles. So then I got The Zeet Band, Moogie Woogie. Bought this one as a joke. It was in the $2 bin at Half Price Books. Thought it looked pretty awful, but brought it home, recorded it, and it's actually pretty good. It's all, electronic boogie and blues composed and played on the Moog synthesizer, and it's actually pretty good. Pretty good background music, so I may use it as a music bed every now and then. Then here is, I played this on the last Record Selector, episode 43. This is Ernest Anyway and the Mighty Squirrels doing sing the hits of Johnny Kidd and the Pirates. This record I had years ago, and I sold it for a lot of money because it's not an easy one to find. And as I was putting that playlist together for the Record Selector 43, I was just regretting the fact that I sold this record. So the day after I finished the playlist, I went down to pick up auction stuff, and so there's an antique mall just 10 minutes away. Went there, digging through the stacks of a place there where I get some good records every now and then. And what do you know? KCOU, College Radio's copy of Ernest Anyway and the Mighty Squirrels sing the hits of Johnny Kidd and the Pirates. It's kind of a novelty, kind of silly, kind of stupid, but also kind of really great. So tune in episode 43 of the Record Selector, and you'll hear a good cut from that one. And then these are just filler, Duran Duran, and then I got some Pink Floyd Metal. This is a nice copy of that. And to round out the bunch, a fantastic copy of King Crimson, In the Court of the Crimson King. This is a good one. And this record is, I would call it near mint, VG++. I would probably call it VG++ because it does have a few little bumps, but it's a superb album in great shape. So this will be down at the Herman's Attic Antique Mall in Herman, Missouri tomorrow, probably. So anyway, that's all I got for you now, and tune in to therecordselector.com, and you will hear all of these and more, playing 24/7 commercial free. And tune in next month for episode 44 of the Record Selector.